Welcome to Film Analysis, today with Melancholia, the new film by Lars von Trier. To avoid any misunderstandings, Melancholia is what is called a masterpiece. The film begins with an overture, we hear the prelude to Wagner's Tristan and Isolde and see the world in extreme slow motion of incomprehensible beauty. The planet Melancholia, which was hidden behind the sun, is coming closer and closer, until it collides with our Earth and incorporates it. Kirsten Dunst as Justine, resembling Ophelia, is expecting the end. On the screen, Peter Bruegel's The Hunters in the Snow is appearing. Von Trier evokes one time the English, one time the German romanticism. So, the first 8 minutes of Melancholia are overture and final at the same time. Then, in the first part of the film, before the Big Bang, we are assisting the lavish wedding of depressive Justin. With shaky camera that is reminiscent of his Dogma times, Lars von Trier is directing a huge party which, in the face of impending disaster, is completely absurd. The wedding party is unmasked in an ironic, even cynical way. The clownish father, played by John Hurt, Charlotte Rampling as a disillusioned mother, Charlotte Gainsbourg as rational sister, Alexander Skarsgård as helpless groom, present a spectacle of vanities, underlining the fertility of existence. When finally the grandiose Udo Kier as wedding planner says, "The bride has ruined my wedding, I'm not looking at her anymore," it is definitely clear. Life is just a farce. In the second part, the situation for the sisters Justine and Claire has been reversed. The closer the downfall, the more hysterical the otherwise sober Claire becomes, and Justine becomes all the more cool and even liberated. The end may come. But how is the film to be interpreted? What is it Lars von Trier wants to tell us? Do only we see the pathology of a depressive cinematic director? No. We should not see the movie as a medical record, but more as a general description of the world. Just because the director is ill, it does not mean the world to be healthy. What if Lars von Trier's female alter ego, the depressive Justin, is not ill at all? It is amazing that she seems to go through a healing process just before the world's end. If all go crazy, she remains normal. This fact allows only for one interpretation. The destruction of the Earth by the planet Melancholia is at the same time her healing, her salvation. Justine's sister Claire, the name meaning nothing else than light and clearness, embodies the rational which is then turning into hysteria. She is afraid, does not know what to do. The depressive Justin gruffly replies, "The Earth is bad, we need not mourn for it. No one will miss it. I only know that life on Earth is anything but good." Lars von Trier wants to tell us it is you who are ill. But what makes actually the movie so depressing? The end of the world is nothing new to cinema. The key to this enigmatic film is the music. If you understand Lars von Trier's interpretation of Wagner's Tristan and Isolde, everything becomes very simple. Von Trier does not understand Wagner's opera as a great love opera in which Tristan and Isolde are uniting in eternal love. It is not love drive which is prevalent, but death drive. Tristan does not want to live his love with Isolde. Tristan, and that's just German romanticism, wants to die, and to do so he needs Isolde. For him, she is the female savior figure. The elixir of love was the death potion. Isolde's Liebestod aria at the end of the opera has actually little to do with love, but Tristan eagerly awaits Isolde so that he can finally die. Isolde, as we know, is coming by ship, but it's not sure whether she will arrive or be smashed against a rock. Just as in our film, the planet at first appears to be very close and then seems to remove again. The collision of Earth with the planet Melancholia is in a sense the arrival of Isolde. The Earth in the film can die now as Tristan in the opera. Isolde sings of drowning in the wafting universe of world breathe. This final is not addressed to Tristan, no, it is aimed directly at the cosmos itself. What Wagner and Lars von Trier are doing here is nothing else than the artistic representation of a radical process of dissolution. The film, which is also staged as an opera, is strictly speaking an operatic adaptation. The wedding party stands for the ill-fated power constellations, which are revealed in the first act of Wagner and its history. Tristan is a woman in the film, Justine, and the Redeemer Isolde is the planet Melancholia. That the film managed to come by solely with Wagner's overture as a soundtrack is somewhat in fact totalitarian. But is this totalitarianism not exactly what makes the film so disturbing? If von Lars von Trier's previous movies like Idiots, Dogville and Antichrist allowed for contrary interpretations, Melancholia, just as the film's plot itself, is consistently pointed to one goal only. Everything is clear. In one scene, Justine is tearing down from a bookshelf volumes of abstract modernism and is replacing them with Bruegel's representations of earthly transgressions and transience. We also see a picture of Gustav Klimt's painting The Kiss, a quasi-representation of Tristan and Isolde. Justine's horse's name is Ephraim. Moses was the dog in Dogville. That means only nature is of divine creation. Justine has no desire to hear Beethoven's Ninth Symphony at the end. It is also clear. This is because Wagner said the symphony has no more justification because of the use of the chorus. What follows for Wagner is the Gesamtkunstwerk. And this also seems to be Lars von Trier's way. When at the end of the film, Justine, Claire and her small son perceive her like shamans under a construction of wooden sticks, it looks a lot like the other German artist Joseph Beuys. What is disturbing in Melancholia is that the director puts into scene his personal projection of the world. A Gesamtkunstwerk, a total work of art, allowing no other position. This is his greatness, but also think of the dark side of Wagner, his danger. And anyway, we as spectators are left in a state of depression at the end of the film? Or is there a way to salvation, as Adorno, the Wagner critic, thought he could hear in Wagner's Tristan? Adorno wrote, "While it expressed the fear of helpless people, it could be of help to the helpless, weak and always disarranged, and fulfill the ancient promise of music, life without fear." Lars von Trier said in an interview that he did not have any more depressions. But what about us? Can we live without fear after Melancholia? I do not know. Lars von Trier's model Andrei Tarkovsky pointed out, "We only look, but we do not see."